Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing celebrities that have killed people. Salman Khan, the Bollywood superstar, was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment on a charge of culpable homicide. In 2002, he drove his car into a bakery, killing one person and injuring 4 others. Michael Jace, the Shield actor, was arrested in May 2014 in Los Angeles in the fatal shooting of his wife, April Jace, in front of their 2 children. Neighbors called 911 after they heard gunshots. Michael himself also called 911 to report the murder. According to Jace, he was upset with his wife and believed her to be cheating on him. At trial, he pleaded not guilty and claimed that he was only trying to inflict pain by shooting her in the leg. Despite his claims, he was convicted of second-degree murder by a jury in 2016. J.R. Smith. In 2007, the NBA player drove through a stop sign, causing an accident that killed the passenger in his vehicle. After pleading guilty to vehicular manslaughter, Smith was sentenced to 90 days in jail, of which he only served 30. Amy Locane. In 2010, the actress that starred in Melrose Place hit another car with her own while driving with a blood alcohol level times over the legal limit. The collision killed 60-year-old Helene Seaman and seriously injured her husband Fred. Locane was convicted of vehicular homicide and sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. Craig McTavish. In 1984, the Boston Bruins center pleaded guilty to DUI and vehicular homicide following a car crash. His car hit a 26-year-old woman who died after the accident. Though he served a year in jail, McTavish ultimately continued playing with the NHL and went on to serve as the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers. Garrison is an actor best known for starring in the series Prison Break. He pleaded guilty to vehicular manslaughter in 2007 after he was involved in a drunk driving accident that killed the passenger of his car. At the time of the accident, Garrison had a blood alcohol level nearly twice the legal limit, and there was cocaine in his system. Charles Dutton. Before he became an actor, he got into a fight with another man and killed him. He was convicted of manslaughter and spent 9 years in prison. Dwayne Goodrich. The former Dallas Cowboys cornerback was convicted of 2 counts of criminally negligent homicide in 2003. While driving on a Dallas freeway, he struck and killed 2 motorists who were on the side of the road trying to rescue a man from a burning car. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison, and he later had 5 more years added. Felicia Pearson. When the Wire actress was 14, she was convicted of second-degree murder in the shooting death of Okia Toomer. Though she was sentenced to serve 2 consecutive 8-year terms, she was released after just 6.5 years. John Landis is a movie director. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter after an accident on the set of his film The Twilight Zone caused the deaths of actor Vic Morrow and 2 children, who were extras. Landis was later acquitted of the charge, but did pay a settlement to the families of the children who died. Oscar Pistorius. The 4-time Paralympics gold medal runner and double amputee was convicted of the 2013 murder of his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, in 2015. It was determined that 3 fatal shots were fired through a locked bathroom door, and Pistorius claims that he thought he was firing at an intruder. Johnny Lewis. In 2012, the Sons of Anarchy actor broke into the home of 81-year-old Catherine David, ransacked her home, and then killed her and her cat. He fell or jumped from a roof and died. Lewis had been born into a Scientologist family and worked for the church's drug rehab group Narconon. Despite a later history of drug use, an autopsy report showed that Lewis had no drugs or alcohol in his system when he died. Vince Neil. In 1984, the Motley Crue frontman was involved in a drunk driving accident in which his passenger, Nicholas Razzle Dingley, was killed. The 2 individuals in the other car also suffered brain damage. Though Neil was legally drunk at the time of the crash, he was never sent to prison. Dwayne Chapman. In 1976, Jerry Oliver was shot to death by one of Dog the bounty hunter's friends when they went to buy marijuana from him. Though Dog was outside waiting in the car at the time, he was still convicted of first-degree murder. He served 18 months of a 5-year sentence. Brandy Norwood. In 2006, singer and America's Got Talent judge was involved in a freeway pileup that caused the death of Awatef Abudihaj. Though Abudihaj had struck the vehicle in front of her before Brandy hit her rear bumper, Brandy accepted responsibility for the accident. Snoop Dogg. The rapper and his bodyguard were charged with the murder of a rival gang member. Snoop Dogg was defended by Johnny Cochran and was acquitted after years of court battles. Rebecca Gayheart. In 2001, the actress hit a 9-year-old with her car, and he later died from his injuries. She was convicted of vehicular manslaughter, a charge to which she pled no contest. Don King. The boxing promoter killed 2 men in separate incidents. King killed the first man in self-defense when the man was trying to break into his gambling operation. King was convicted of second-degree murder for the second incident, in which he stomped to death an employee who owed him $600. Alec Baldwin. The actor discharged a prop gun that led to the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the movie Rust, in New Mexico on October 21, 2021. Director Joel Souza was wounded. Authorities with the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office said they were investigating the incident and trying to determine what type of projectile was discharged. Ted Kennedy. In 1969, the politician drove his car off a bridge on Chappaquiddick, an island near Martha's Vineyard. The car went into the water, and though Kennedy swam free, his passenger, Mary Jo Kopech, drowned in the overturned vehicle. Kennedy fled the scene and waited 9 hours to report the incident. He later pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of an accident. Matthew Broderick. In 1987, he and his then-girlfriend and Ferris Bueller's Day Off co-star, Jennifer Grey, were on vacation in Ireland. Broderick mistakenly drove the wrong way on a street and crashed into an oncoming vehicle. The driver and passenger in the other car both died from their injury. Laura Bush. She is the ex-President George Bush's wife. She was in high school when she neglected to stop at a stop sign when she was driving. She hit another car and killed its driver, Mike Douglas, who happened to be a close friend and classmate. Caitlyn Jenner. The Olympic champion and reality TV star was involved in a fatal car accident on the Malibu stretch of PCH in February 2015. According to eyewitnesses, Jenner's SUV rear-ended a white car and sent it careening into oncoming traffic. It was then struck by a Hummer. The driver of the white car was killed, and 7 others sustained injuries. Jenner was not hurt in the wreck. Police say that Jenner voluntarily submitted to have her blood drawn for a blood alcohol test and that she was not speeding at the time. After passing a field sobriety test, she initially claimed that she was being chased by the paparazzi, but police do not believe that to be true. Jenner later released a statement saying, "My heartfelt and deepest sympathies go out to the family and loved ones, and to all of those who were involved or injured in this terrible accident. It is a devastating tragedy, and I cannot pretend to imagine what this family is going through at this time. I am praying for them. I will continue to cooperate in every way possible." Venus Williams. The tennis star got into a car accident in June 2017 which left 1 man dead. Williams was driving in Palm Beach Garden, Florida, and she was T-boned by another car. The car's driver survived, but her husband, 78-year-old man, was sent to the ICU. He died 2 weeks later. Henry Ruggs. On 3 November, 2021, the Raiders wide receiver was driving 156 miles per hour, with a blood alcohol content twice Nevada's legal limit, before his car slammed into the rear of another vehicle. The police statement said the front of Ruggs's Corvette collided with the rear of a Toyota RAV4. The Toyota became engulfed in flames, and a deceased victim was found inside the Toyota. Las Vegas police say he will be charged with DUI resulting in death. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.